Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'll be at BakingTECH 2020. I hope I'll see you there. We'll be talking about personal branding. I bet you're curious to know what that's all about. Bring your corporate brand, and we'll apply your personal brand while we're there. So I am the oldest of the third generation of the Turano family, owning, operating, managing the Turano Baking Company. My role is in legal. So I serve as general counsel and vice president legal to our organization. My job changes every day depending on what the hot topic of the day is. I like to refer to it as bakery law, meaning that it's not specific to the baking industry, but it's whatever's specific to us that day. My responsibilities run the spectrum from estate planning and family matters to real estate acquisition, disposition, contract work, collection work, credit review, and certainly a huge volume of human relation and employment law. Personal branding, at least in my definition, is how you represent yourself. Your product is you, the individual, whether it's you, Lisa, or you, Adam, or you, Frankenstein. The personal brand is who that individual is, what they stand for, what they're good at, embracing the faults, and making the best of that individual's strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. A corporate brand is more of I would say, inanimate, recognized product, something like the golden arches of McDonald's or the red bullseye of Target. Those are specific brand examples, but they're also corporate identities that you know what to expect when you walk into a Target. You're going to recognize the red and white theme, you're going to recognize the white t-shirts among employees, or you're going to recognize the certain type of aisle construction. That's what I mean by corporate brand. So my reference to personal branding being a full-time commitment is you can't be wishy-washy about what your personal brand is. You have to commit to it. So for example, I'll bring in an analogy. If Starbucks was only good half the time or some of the time, their customers would not have the same expectation that they have now, that they will find similar tasting quality products, whether they're in North Carolina or Arkansas or New York City or San Diego. So Starbucks has committed to its brand, its quality, its taste, its flavors, its service, etc. Similarly, we as individuals need to commit to our personal brand. It's founded primarily in our personal mission, the core values and strengths that we have and hold, and that we can apply to both our personal and professional personalities. I think that's sometimes where the branding tends to divide. And rather than people having a fork in the road, I suggest they learn to dovetail their personal and professional identities so that they can complement and interweave between each other. I think it's so important for young professionals now, primarily because of the use of social media. I think because there's no such thing as an entirely erasable or deletable event, consequence, opinion, like, post, or otherwise in anybody's profile anymore. You have to be very conscious and aware of who you are as a young professional, putting yourself out there in the world. Also, I think developing your core mission, your personal interests, your individual values will help to direct you toward your ultimate passion, so that when you go to work, you're doing something you love. Additionally, when you incorporate your interests, your mission, your values, and your passion, you're going to find not only something you love, but you're going to be identified by those looking for individuals to be recruited and hopefully find greater opportunities, advancement, potential, and a path yet to be determined. So there are plenty of ways to distinguish yourself in the personal branding that I talk about. Personal branding, first of all, involves those inferences that I spoke about: your mission, your values, your interests, your passion. Those are all the internal packaging, I would say. Your external packaging is just as important. So you need to be somebody who is recognizable and distinguishable in a crowd as well. I often tell people, embrace something different about you or adopt something different about you. So for example, I'm oftentimes recognized for having a unique piece of jewelry on, or maybe an edgy pair of eyewear, or an interesting hair color, something different that's not so out there that's going to make me potentially undesirable, but something that distinguishes me in the sense of being noticed, hopefully catching someone's eye so they say, that person is different enough, I want to know more about her. And I think that that's important for young people as well. You want to stay within a spectrum of societal norms, but at the same time, live within those norms, find your comfort zone, and maybe push the limits just a little bit so that you're going to get that second glance, both not only for what's on your resume, but for the package that you're packaged within. So at BakingTECH, I am looking forward to the opportunity to address young professionals on this specific topic. We're going to talk about personal branding, and I'm excited to use BakingTECH as a springboard opportunity for networking. Being in the office and working on legal matters, I don't get a lot of hands-on experience in operations or sales of our business, which is obviously the bread and butter, pun intended, of our industry. So I think that tech is a great opportunity for me to come in, kind of at least get wet up to the ankles, if not up to the waiters, and have an opportunity to network and meet with and speak with others. I especially appreciate meeting with women in our industry. And I am not exactly somebody who waves a giant feminism flag, but I do recognize that there are fewer women in the baking industry than there are men. And so it's nice to have the chance to meet with those women and talk about our various experiences, learn their paths, find out how they got there, and apply what I can to where I'm at and the direction I'm going. So there is definitely